Well, guess what? Finally back to working on this thing. I had a bunch of stuff going on. Ended up changing jobs a little bit. So I wasn't able to get to this. But it's been a couple weeks. I really want to try to get this thing up and running for Christmas. I did some changes here on the fuel system. I rotated around the vacuum port on the regulator. If you've watched the last video, it was pointing the other direction. The gauge was also mounted in here. Man, maybe it was good that I didn't try to rush this, because I thought of this driving in the car listening to music one day. Sometimes that just happens. All right, I'm going to grab the flashlight here. Where did I put it? Right here on the floor. I just got done tucking up all of the fuel lines and the wiring. And I'll show this to you and you can tell me what you think. I got to put the ground on here yet, but we have our relay and the fuse mounted. All of our fuel line stuff is all installed here, right up through. I'm probably going to zip tie around here and pull this up just a little bit. This is what I had. If I had one more of these, I probably would have brought this up, which I can probably get enough length if I can find another one of these clamps and put it here. Everything seemed to come out pretty decently. All right, gonna slide up here. All right, now this is what we got. I feel that when you're moving and the wastegate opens, that there will be plenty of airflow across here. I might find a sheet of this aluminum and maybe just like shove it up underneath this a little bit and then tack it and screw it in down here, and you know, maybe just a little deflector, or maybe even add a little piece and turn it this way. But here's a lower look. You can see the rewire positive coming off of the battery going down across. Looks pretty good. Everything else is kind of hooked up in there. Got our shift cables, blah blah blah, all that stuff's good. Man, that's pretty, isn't it? All right, now to up top. All right, well, I figured since I was at it, I'd just knock this out quick. Go. All right, so I run the wire up over the top here, kind of to the back to hold it out of the way. This is actually pretty clean, but I've actually had these out. I cleaned all these threads on this suspension here, and everything is covered with some anti-seize. So I have some of this electrical contact grease. Just going to use a little bit on here. It'll help keep this from, you know, getting any corrosion, fuel issues, you know what I mean? This will eliminate any of those questions, you know? This around here. Some on the other side. Alright. It's a silicone-based grease. It really sucks when you get it on your fingers. Ah, a little bit coming off of there. Alright, all I gotta do now is add a couple zip ties and the fuel system will be completely good and tucked up. I mean, everything seems to be tucked in here pretty nice. I have everything all tightened up down underneath, and yeah, we're one step closer. Alright, we got a couple other things figured out here. We got found my plugs. clean that one off. I kind of trimmed where it says Made in USA, kind of left that out. And then we used the other plug, and we got that one down there is done. I'm down to, I got to get a connection here for these two, which hopefully I can just use the factory one out of the factory line and put those two hoses together. I'll have to trim one down a little bit so it works perfect, and they're tucked up nice. Here's our temperature one. Just stick that one there. I have to do something here with this ground, and you know, just a couple other things as far as that's concerned. We still have to work out something here with this hose. Just kind of sucks how that is. I don't know. I'm thinking maybe I can get and turn here. Check this out. Like if you take this right here and cut it, you can come out, run across the top here, and then I could, how do I figure this? Like this. If I had one of these, I could run up to here, maybe, and get it to turn. Something like that. Well, not exactly like that, but I'd have to maybe get a 90. Try to figure this out. That's why I said I got a couple old upper rad hoses, so I can trim them, and you know what I mean. I might have to put a coupler in here, or just try to find something that's going to work. And this here is adding a couple extra challenges as far as, you know, our fuel regulator was concerned, needing bolts to hold the fuel rail down, and a couple other different things. Like I always say, we get to play what is that again? Test dummy. We get to play test dummy when we're doing this stuff. So really close. I think I'm going to cut this off here now. Basically, I just needed to get the fuel lines up. I actually really need to get this thing pushed out of here. Might try throwing the battery tray in, see how that looks, make sure everything's clearance there. A couple other small things, you know what I mean? It's like a bolt here we need to get. We'll get that put in. Our headlight bolts. I did power this thing up. My tail lights that I have actually are pretty good, even though I do have a new set to put in here. I think if I don't figure anything out, this here will work sufficient to be able to get this thing to start, get it broken in, come up to temp, get this motor running a little bit so we can move this car under its own power, because pushing cars are not fun. And with that being said, that's just a quick little update. I got a couple things done. I got a couple other videos in the mix, and probably with this video and the other couple, we're going to wish you guys a Merry Christmas. I got some other things that I'm going to throw up here. I did get some Black Friday specials, so shop organization and a couple other things around here, so I'm going to throw them in after this one. And here's to a new year and more builds.